I've got my headset on.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are live now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curse of Strahd.
For What's of Strahd. I'm waiting to see if anyone gives any feedback on how we all sound volume-wise tonight, because I have a sexy new stream theme. Mainly because the blue one was terrible. But
Do you still have the like sexy soft jazz?
I only have that on my Foundry videos, I think. I just have Careless Whisper playing the rest of the time. There seems to be an echo from players. I prepared for this and had my headset at the ready to knock all that shit on the head. One ear in, so I can still hear my COVID child.
Testing.
Give it a second.
I can hear myself, Jesus.
That's not funny.
Right, so now I just need to quickly add one more sound input, because otherwise no one will hear you all and the session. Because some things, unfortunately, only become apparent when you go live. Yes.
Every week. Hey, at least you know how to fix them on the fly. When they go wrong in my session, I'm like, well, we might deal with it next session. We might not.
Okay, Nikki. Nikki's back, by the way. Happy birthday, Nikki. Let us know.
It's not your birthday, Nikki.
Let us know. Oh, you're such a bad person. Let us know how the sound sounds now, Nikki. But who wants to remind us what happened last time? Also, I think I might have had a cast your minds back. Alex and Lindsay, did you essentially rage quit or just abruptly leave the session at the end, or did you say goodbye?
I don't remember rage quitting.
No.
Yeah, because there was some big Discord bubble, and I think I must have disconnected because I said something to you both, and then I looked and you were just gone. And then
What did
I
you
was
say?
talking to Hitchard. Well, I don't know. It's probably offensive. But then I was talking to Hitchard. He said, yeah, because I just made that joke about the curse lightning of Strahd. And I was like, I literally heard none of that. So I think that I just disconnected and was like, oh, they've gone. But who wants to remind us? Maybe for inspiration, depending on how good it is. But probably not. What happened last time?
We had a nice sleep at the winery. Had a little chat to Davian and co, but without much productive said, I remember.
Randomly, Morgan Kynan popped in to say hi.
Very true. He did pop in to take his tome.
Where's my money, man?
And then I think that's the main thing that happened at the winery, and then we kind of set off for Vlaki, which is mostly fine.
We didn't really know whether it's mostly fine or not, so we've spoken to anyone yet. We just went back to the house because everything was closed because it was late.
True, but the guards were out, and they were alive and stuff, and no one seemed to be in dire peril.
They hadn't been eaten by a little boy.
And I think Bartandalus was planning to check on Anya the next day. And then we were planning to... Did we settle, or we were going to go to, like, Berez next? Or Argynvost and Berez?
Yenny and co.
Who even knows anymore?
Either's fine, but I thought you had expressed more an interest in the Forest Fane first from the discussions last week.
No, we had doubled back on that because we said there's no point heading that direction until we go to Barovia, I believe.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Either is fine.
We'll go wherever you've prepped for, DM.
We'll go speak to Yenny and ask her advice, and maybe she'll tell us which one to go to.
I'm a little,
No,
I'm a
that's the
little
answer.
more. I'm a little more prepped for the Forest Fane, but it's not a. It's not a big deal.
I'm fine doing that. In character, Bartandless then will make a point that perhaps we should do the forest thing first. We saw what effect it had when we completed our trial at the Gulthias tree. Perhaps the third and final trial that might make Strahd come running straight for us, or perhaps being further away, somewhere like Berez is the third one, might be a better option. I feel like the adventure would be better if we go to Forest Thane than Berez. What do you think?
It's fine with me. I don't have a preference in order. Cora, remind me what the requirements are for the Forest Fane.
Wow.
I can't remember because I remembered the other one, which was the Heart of Babala Saga. Hold on 1 second. I might just have to read a book.
No problem.
No, we have to
Consult
bring-
at home.
We had to bring something for scrying or something, right? The mirror.
Yeah, it's the prophecy one, isn't it? Is this the one? Is it? This is the Seer's Fane in the forest.
Yeah.
I never remember which one's Yenny's and which one's Madame Eva's.
Yenny is a swamp witch.
Look at
Just look at her,
Yenny.
look how
and,
swampy she
look
is.
at Yenny. Look at Madame Eva and work out which one would live in a swamp.
Work out which one is going to need some scrying and seeing. Is it going to be the swamp one or the fortune teller?
Well, I can work out which one is the fortune teller, but I can't necessarily attach her to a place. But now you've told me and made me feel foolish, so aren't we all happy?
Well, yeah, that's all we've all done for the last 3 years. Make each other feel bad and still see if we can hold this campaign together.
The Curse of Strahd!
The Curse of Strahd is the friends we didn't make along the way.
So,
The gaslighting the DM puts on us along the way.
yes, it was because of the willingness to look within. So, where the despoiled sight was to honour a deity associated with self-reflection, portents, or prophecy, loudly state your intent and a willingness to look within.
My main concern here is the sound of scraping cutlery in the background. Knowing that you have pizza every Tuesday, who eats pizza with a knife and fork?
They sometimes lasagna though.
Alex does. Alex eats pizza with a knife and fork.
Oh,
It's not true, I'm having noodles.
Please tell me that's true. Lindsay,
It
please
is
tell me.
true. It is true.
You posh little fuck.
She's lying.
I'm not lying.
Oh, wait, no.
I keep a fork around for picking up debris, okay?
He hates getting his fingers
cheese
lucky.
knife.
So like, oh, I'm doing it with a fork.
That's why he wears a glove at bedtime. What?
So, you awaken in your mansion. I don't think you've seen this one before.
No. If I had, I wouldn't have moved
Nice.
in here.
I also realise that the ambience track for Valaki still has a church bell tolling every so often. Obviously, that is not happening.
Who's knocked down my walls to my mansion, to my stately grounds? Because
This is inside the walls. This is inside the walls. That's just that's Lydia's old vegetable patch.
what's this over here? I can see it. Where's my wall? That should be all along here. Come on, DM.
You've got
Kill
you've
it.
got true vision.
Oh, nice. Cannon.
Come on, James.
Well,
Well then, Bartandless, are you planning to head to visit Anya first thing, or?
we're heading that way to go and speak to Yenny.
I would like to think that this conversation is taking place
Already.
with you all still stood around the bed that Cora and Ez slept in, clutching a dagger and a bloodied eye, if you will.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I forgot about that.
This is still all happening while you're all in your night clothes.
Oh, yeah, so that was, and Ez was telling us that that is a Vistani way of letting us know that someone was going to try and kill you, but then you owed them something.
No,
Yeah.
they owed me. I've saved their life.
No, they owed you, yeah.
So you got let off for one.
Yeah.
But they're gonna get you next time.
Well, no, next time it'll be an ass cheek where they've turned the other cheek.
So, I presume this conversation may be happening in the morning, perhaps, after all of this.
Yes. If morning does come.
Well, there it is. Cora, roll me a d12. Ooh. Yeah, morning comes. But you definitely all have that sort of tension as you're waiting and hoping that it will come up again for the first time after, a month of dark? I have tried to load you all onto the Burgomaster's Mansion. Does it say it's loading for you all?
Yep.
Loading, yep.
Yeah, okay. Let's get Ez in here as well. I keep going to add Caspin onto scenes as well, forgetting that you have left him at the winery.
I don't own any tokens with vision.
Mother. Battle the
Where
same
was
for all
that
of
issue
you then.
again?
I also do not.
I say. So is it still? Is morning break? I
Yeah,
think we said that
morning-
morning was broken. It's like dawn, right?
Like it is like the first morning.
There
we
I
go.
will say. I'm gonna go and say my prayers at the church, and then head over to Agnes. Y'all can finish your breakfast and whatnot here. Meet me there if you wish.
Very well.
I will give them a nod and take my leave.
Okay.
I can't. This layout is so bad. There's diagonals on doors. Pardon me.
Are you now on the map?
What the heck?
Yeah, we also don't have tokens.
Oh, I added you both onto the... Oh, is it? There's an Esmeralda outside as well. That's interesting. I've added Halvor and... So, Cora, you are added
I'm
once
here.
again to the map. Ah. Very
But I
strange.
can't see anyone else.
And Halvor, you should be next to Cora now. Yeah, oh yeah,
Right.
he's moving around. Remember, we may still have vision issues on certain scenes, only because... What's Bartandella's doing?
Doing laps.
Doing laps, doing a bleep test. So whilst Bartandelus is going to the church to do his prayers and to go and visit Anya, Halvor and Cora, do you have any plans?
We're just jumping on top of each other at the minute.
I see. Any in-game plans? Or...
If we were to have, like... I mean, I'm planning to meet up with, obviously, Bartandelus when we plan on going to meet Yanni and stuff. If we plan on staying in town the entire day, then I will spend many hours casting plant growth with the stone. Other than that, not really any solid plans.
What, just generally going around helping out, like, the struggling crops and the window boxes and...
Well,
the
I
food
have to
situation.
choose a single place because the 8-hour version, let me just read it. You can cast it regularly where it, stops people's movement, but or you can also do an 8-hour cast. You enrich the land, all plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point
Oh.
within range become enriched for a year. The plants yield twice the amount of food when harvested.
Okay. So, yeah, are you
So-
just, going around finding the best-looking place to do that?
Yeah, on the proviso that we are in fact going to spend that much time in town, but yes, I
I
would.
imagine you would have discussed
find
that in the
somewhere.
morning before you split up. So what does the party think?
Portandalaus.
What?
Other than visiting Yenny and the church, etc., do you think we'll be heading on an adventure today?
I need
Yeah.
arrows, guys. Arrows.
She needs to go shopping. I mean, my trip to the church is literally so I can pray to the Morning Lord and get my new spells. I feel like if he's going to do his first prayers that he's done in God only knows how long, that's the place he would go and do it.
Okay. I will hold off on doing the plant growth for now, unless we decide at some point that we are going to stay in town an extra night, in which case I probably would have time. But for now, I'll go with Cora and probably buy some arrows.
Okay. We'll do church, then we'll do blacksmith, then we'll jump to Anya. So, Barthandelus. You arrive, and I'll tuck Halvor and Cora in the corner so they can see what's going on, but they are not here.
Okay.
But yeah, you find yourself approaching the church again from last night. A bit of a glow coming from inside, mainly because you left all the lights on deliberately last night.
These candles aren't burnt out. Wow, man. These are the best candles, the longest candles.
Where were these candles on the Solenka Pass?
I know, unbelievable. I will take a knee in front of the altar. I will expose my symbol of Ravenkind. And yeah, bow my head and begin my prayer. We welcome you, Morning Lord, and we honor you this day, celebrating your light, and so on. I'm not going to go through the full prayer.
Okay.
Just reflecting on where we've been, what we've done, who we've met. Reflecting on the vision that I had of Barthandelus proper, aiding me with the power of the Morning Lord against Velsharoon in the darkness. And thinking on the trials that we've got to come, and the lack of faith or worshippers of the Morning Lord, true devout worshippers that still remain in Barovia, the death of Father Donovich, Father Petrovich, and the abbot. It is a godless domain.
What was the common denominator in all of it? Can you roll me a percentile dice?
Sure can. There you go.
You, as you're mulling all of this over and sort of the lack of the faithful and the sort of rapid and quite violent snuffing out that Lathander has had in your time in Barovia, you do also find yourself sort of reflecting a bit on or acknowledging that despite all of that, this is the place where you managed to find and recover a part of your faith. Yeah, there's no music on this one. And you have some of that. And yeah, you just do feel a very peripheral sort of edge of your consciousness, I guess. A slight reassuring warmth for a brief moment, just reassuring you that he is still here in Barovia, if only in some small measure.
I'm emboldened.
Deities will come and go, like the tides. Some things endure longer and are more reliable.
That as may be, but you weren't there when I needed you, in whatever place that was. And he was. He went somewhere that you couldn't. How do you explain that?
It was a realm of the dead, and I am anything but. I am ever living remember.
The Morning Lord is of the light. He is of birth. He had no place being there, and yet he was. He was there for me.
The light is always very reassuring.
It is.
And there is a sudden gust.
It blows out the light.
Blows out all the lights, but the click didn't work properly. I'm going to go click, 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 click rapidly, yeah. There is a gust, and every light is expunged.
Kind of like quickly get up on my knees, look around back towards the door from where I came in. You trying to make a point?
And there's no reply.
I will. Well, it depends whether this all happened at the end of my.
Oh
long
yeah, yeah.
prayers, because this is my preparation.
Yeah, you've done that still. That's fine.
Okay.
Just need to do a quick reload. It did not like me trying to. Here's the thing when made a mistake of updating modules.
Yeah, I will kind of look around and feel that without the cold, without the lights, how empty and cold it feels once again. But I am still. I still have hope from the light that I did feel, that presence for a moment. And even walking through this church in the gloom and the low sunrise just breaking through the windows, I still stride through the darkness, feeling like I have Lathander on my side. And I will head over to Anya's.
Okay. Meanwhile, Cora and Halvor, you have gone to the consular, I presume. If you're looking to buy arrows, are we heading to the blacksmith?
Indeed.
Your boy Ornis.
Well remembered.
Tokens.
No, I deliberately. There was no point me leaving, like preloading you onto scenes now. This has happened enough that I may as well just load scenes and then add you on. So Cora and Halvor, you should now both.
Oh,
there?
be on the never before seen blacksmith map.
You have been in. You have been in here.
I don't think we've seen this map.
I can't see it.
I think we might have been in a blacksmith map, but I don't think it was this.
Nope.
It's so different.
Not been in here.
I can't control Bartandless. It cannot be controlled.
I know.
He's uncontrollable.
So yeah, you re-enter, well, for the first time in about a month, the consular. And Ornis looks up. He's a blacksmith, so obviously at any given time he can be found hammering at an anvil. Even like if you'd found him in his house at tea time, he'd be standing over some sort of anvil. And he looks up, gives you both a nod, returns back to his work. It's been some time.
What can I say? You make good arrows. It's taken me a while to use them.
And you're back looking for more, I take it.
Correct.
She goes through them like nobody's business. We seem to find ourselves in a lot of sticky situations.
I trust we can rely on you for some more.
Not got too many since you last cleared me out, but
He sort of glances over to the wall. You see a few bags and pouches hanging from hooks and various shelves. And can spring for around 20.
I will take as many as you're willing to give me.
Anything else whilst you're here? Arrow's a small fare. If you
What
have
would
any,
you like to tempt us with?
Looks around, and you see he looks a bit more gaunt than when you last saw him. So,
everything's for sale, everything you see, or come forward and double click on me if you remember from last time. As I am a vendor NPC.
so you should
No,
find.
that just lets me target him.
Has it worked for you if you double click on him?
Nope.
Weird. Did for Jenny. Let me. Okay, he has a huge list of things that you can buy. He has mundane and martial weapons. He has more functional things like sort of block and tackle, chains, lanterns, hunting traps, etc.
Does he have a thieves' kit? I want one.
A helpful viewer has just pointed out that, given that it has been over a year since he played, the permissions had come off Ornis. So now if you double click on him, it should come up.
Ah, yes.
I'll check that on Jenny when you go to visit her. As it has been, it must be about 18 months since you were last with this guy, and 13, 14 since Yenny.
So he's got every type of tools except thieves' tools.
I'm fairly
Say
certain
he's an
that
honest man.
Yeah.
So what do you take me for? Some kind of thief?
No, just the purveyor of thieving items.
Did we work out whether we had enough iron?
You got iron somewhere else to a point where I think you decided you no longer need Ornis's services, and you will just
big cannonball.
you will no. The cannonball is a thing you keep coming back to because it was like one cannonball in Argynvostel that you all had in mind as being like the vibranium of Barovia, but you got iron somewhere on Masalenka to the point where you now were confident you had enough iron just to go and give to which one was it? Damien Hargrove.
Looks like times have been hard since we last saw you, Ornis.
Well, when my son went out, it was only started a clock until the food ran out. Now the sun seems to have risen again, at least twice, thankfully. But the damage may be done to the crop. So food is wilting and scarce. To the point where I've been making a point of not going and taking rations in the town square. There are others who need it more than me, but if you have any food to barter today, I'll take that instead of coin.
No need to barter, I say, and I will cast Goodberry.
Cast Goodberry then.
I will.
I'm glad.
And I'm just going to leave him all 10 good berries just on the side of his worktop.
Are you going to
Then
tell
it's-
him anything about them?
Yes, I am.
I think they do only last until we rest.
Do they?
I was going to say, yeah, 'cause if you don't tell them about them, we'll probably eat them all in about 15 minutes and then just be like, oh, like shit in a loaf of bread.
Oh, yeah, the berries is their potency if they've not been consumed within 24 hours of casting this spell.
Ah, their potencies. I mean, they still function as food, they just don't have all the magic effects.
They function as single berries.
Well, when times are lean.
Oh. What does
So-
it mean?
Ornis will gladly exchange your portion of good berries for 20 arrows. Which he does so gratefully.
I am still wanting to pay for them because I know how hard times have been and I don't want to cheat him out of money. But I will say to him, they look like not much, but you only need one to fill you for the day. Share it among your friends and family because they don't last for long.
He nods appreciatively. It's most generous. Thank you very much. Because you bought all the arrows last time, I can't remember what the arrows cost in his inventory, so I'll let you know in a bit and just remove it.
Okay.
But yeah, add yourself 20 regular arrows. What business have you had? Or you were heading up the mountain, I think, when last we spoke.
Indeed we were. And we did what we went to do.
Vague,
And yet, we
non-committal.
might
I like
find
it.
ourselves going back there eventually.
That's not a
It's
trip
such a
you want to
difficult
make
journey.
twice, is it?
1, 2, no, but I met someone who I made a deal with, and he says I must return. So, I'm a man of my word, I will do so,
It's to be admired.
but look forward to it. But though,
And before you go
Well-
and do that, come and see me.
of course,
The timely quench. Come and see me.
No doubt I'll need more hours again by then.
You'll go with him.
I wouldn't leave Halvor.
oh shucks.
He needs my help.
As much as I help you, I think I do need it in return. You're right.
Is there anything else you would like to do here?
Very well, Miss. Good fortune to you, but I've got some errands to run. Let us know if you're running low on food or anything. I'm sure we can find some more for you.
And if you ever feel like an adventure, let us know that too. I'm sure a big strapping man like you will be able to be great help to us.
Make me a persuasion check.
So persuasive.
I may do just that. You can see he's kind of
Instruments
giving
as
you.
fine as these,
He's,
it would be a shame to waste them.
he's kind of looking a bit like he's considering something he hadn't before. The idea or what you've offered. He seems to be genuinely toying with it. Is that the last thing you want to do here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This is what I love about shopping sessions, just jumping from scene to scene. With a very itchy nose for some reason.
As much as you love owls, eh?
Oh, owls. My Foundry FPS seems to have dropped quite a bit. There is something afoot tonight.
Are you using all your bandwidth on sending out 4K footage of your face?
No. I want to gain viewers, not lose viewers. Let's have a look. So. You will have no active thingy-doogie on this scene. Let me just add on a little nosy, cheeky Halvor and Cora. But handle this. Oh, there's a lot of audio lag then when I slam the door. You approach the Third Eye Potion and Sundry.
Does it look like the lights are on inside?
No, but it's light now.
It's open. Cora, what are you doing here? I will kind of like wipe the black from my eyes,
Good luck.
look at it, and then just know immediately that they're probably already running again.
And you see
Your eyes are running too, my love.
Anya. You see Anya sort of look up from what she is doing, and very, very. The expressions that play in her face, sort of shocked, and then very, very relieved. So shocked to see you, very, very relieved and happy. But the eyes immediately go to your eyes, and that just oily darkness coming from them, and she sort of looks concerned for a moment and wary. But then, if my Foundry were to behave, we are living in the strangest of times. Let me just reload again. I fixed it before. Oh, I can't even reload. Very unusual. Yeah, the concern becomes one of obvious concern for you, and she quite quickly steps out around the counter up to you and pulls you into a hug. What sort of mess have you gotten yourself into?
I guess. I don't know. Time will tell. The mark of someone else.
I was going to say it's not an illness, is it? It's not a poison. It's something a bit more.
Yeah, a bit more.
How did you get it?
Made our way up to the temple. At the top of the Solenka Pass.
Gonna relaunch Foundry while you're talking.
We found some beings. The same ones that had made deals with Strahd. I made a deal with one of them.
You made. That sounds foolish, ill-advised. You must have thought it was necessary, I take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Doesn't mean it's any less foolish or ill-advised, though.
What will the cost to yourself be?
I don't know yet. But the price I feel I had to pay to help the people that need it.
You should be able to
It's
load
a little
back in
bit-
now, all of you.
I'm still in. Didn't lose it.
Can you move south?
He's,
Because I think we're in different
no,
foundries. So
no.
I've closed the program, so you'll need to.
He's being not cold, but a little is distancing himself slightly. Yeah, now I'm in. I don't know what's happening at the moment. Too many things. We lost Father Petrovich. We saw him die. Seen a lot of people die. Such a short time.
Father Petrovich went with you then. He's been gone for several days. Might be weeks now, actually.
No.
Weeks.
Not with us. It seems that Rahadin, one of Strahd's men, seems like they came through and managed to take him. Had a bunch of undead soldiers with him. Quite a lot for one man, but I guess they didn't want to take the chance. Holy man and all.
Strahd's forces have came into the town.
Straight into the church. Yeah. Have you just restarted?
Yeah. Yeah, there's something really weird going on tonight, unfortunately. What will you do now then? Do you need... I can look and see if there's anything I can do for... He sort of looks up at your face, whatever this is.
I don't think there's much to be done. I ain't concerned about that for now. I think we're getting close to dealing with the things we swore to deal with. Don't know whether we'll be coming back. Seems like every time, it's just that little bit harder. One of us falls. I'm fortunate enough to have someone else there to get him back up, but I don't think we've got that many left in us to do that now.
Well, whilst you've been away getting yourself almost killed, I have been tinkering and trying to perfect my wares, and I have this for you. And she holds out, similar to the healing potions that you've been pumping her for in the past. But this one seems to be a larger and slightly grander bottle, as she will hand to you a single potion of greater healing.
Nice.
Which has gone into your bag.
I drink it now.
Which is 4d4 plus 4.
Okay. I say nice. That's okay. Alright. Put into the bag of holding. Give her a nod. Well, it'll help, I'm sure. How have you been? How's it been here? With your son?
It's been difficult. And looking around, although the map is bountiful, you can see that a lot of the plants are yellowed or wilted, like the one directly above her. Yeah, this is clearly not in the best sort of shape. Mostly dealing at first with people who were seeing a bit of green or a bit of what looked like a root to them and insisting it must be food. I feel like I spent most of the last couple of weeks trying to convince Vallaki not to poison itself on my wares out of sheer desperation. But now the sun has come back up. If people remain sensible and keep rationing, then within a month or so, we should be feeding again. Meagerly at first, but it is what it is.
How's Lady Vacta been with it all? Managing it well?
Much more level-headedly than I imagine the Baron would have been. He would have called it the end of days, and I wonder if anybody in Vallaki would have avoided execution. Vacta was organised. Seemed a little heavy-handed at first, but order needs to be kept. And true to her word, when the sun came up, most of the guard were relieved. I know you suspected her ties at first, but regardless of them, she does seem to be fair.
Good. Well, it's good that you're all in good hands, I guess. Jenny wasn't able to help anybody with growing the plants or anything?
No, she said it was an unnatural dark.
You seen much of her?
The occasional. She mostly stays outside of town, as you know, and as fond as I am of her and her of me, she's very difficult to pin to any sort of meaningful conversation at times. She's mostly been tending to that woman, her sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I thought about you a lot while I was gone.
Aye, well, anything to offset the cold, yes? And gives you a cheeky smile.
And where you would normally give one back or blush slightly, is just a half smile. Yeah. You helped me through a lot. I wanted to talk to you more when I was away, but tried once, couldn't get through.
What does that mean?
Magic, I guess. I tried to send you a message.
No, I know that, but when you said it doesn't get through, you've messaged me before.
I didn't get a response from you. I was concerned that something was happening in Vallaki.
The most underwhelming martial law you ever saw, I expect.
I'm happy to take it. Happy to take a little bit of the boring for a while. But I feel that we won't be able to enjoy as much of that as I'd like.
You see, she's looking at you sympathetically, but not in pity. She seems to just have an appreciation for how thoroughly exhausted on every level you are.
I'll try and come by again. We won't be stopping long. I think we're gonna be on the move. We got in late last night, rested up, and already have more than enough on our plate.
Oh, spare me your excuses. I know there is a woman in Kresk, a woman in the village of Barovia, probably a woman swimming around the swamps of Berez.
Definitely one in Berez that needs our attention, yeah.
She sort of has been sort of disarmed of someone who was making what we thought was an obvious joke, but the response has just confused her quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely not got the lightheartedness that he had with her before he left. I gotta go. But you take care, okay?
Of course.
No.
Go and see me again before you leave town, yes? See if I have anything that can help with those. Not your best look.
Yeah, if I can visit before we go, then I will. And he kind of leans forward slightly to hug her, but then doesn't, and just gives a nod. I'll see you soon.
She will roll her eyes and then try to pull him in for a kiss.
And it's more of a, he doesn't pull it, he just kind of like lets her kiss him, and he will, not stand there like a wet fish or anything, but he's kind of,
He says, thank you.
yeah. but yeah, he's kind of kisses her and I'll see you around. And he just turns and hurries out a little bit quicker to not get caught in that kind of embrace again.
Oh, hey guys. Just thought I'd come by and check the wares. Hi, Anya. It's been a while.
You
How you
aren't
doing?
here. You're at your place. Strutting
Cora
around.
just creeps in and steals him back. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Go and get in the potion in the Are you not getting the poison?
No, I just wanted the potion anyway.
So yeah, you
Knock more things off and run away.
you
At the door, I give her a look back and just give her a nod.
yeah, you look back to her, and just in the time that you've crossed over to the door, you just hear like a bartenderless, and as you sort of turn to her, you see
Shut up.
a hand just on the back of her neck, and she looks frightened, terrified, but the music isn't playing. What? This is
No,
killing
it
me.
is. It is.
Oh, the Strahd music is playing for you.
It's playing. It's playing.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
it's not for me for some reason. That's a shame. But yes, you see stood sort of slightly behind her, her head sort of tilted back, and clearly from you knowing her height, you can hazard a guess that her feet are slightly off the floor. And he takes a step around the counter as she is dragged with him. And Strahd gives you somewhat of a sneering look from top to bottom. He steps closer, holding her. So, it is you then. Forgive me, but you being who and what you are, you seem somewhat the obvious choice. I'd expected to be surprised.
Thanks to me.
To you. I had had such hopes for Halvor.
What do you mean?
I
She plays
thought-
no part in this.
Everybody plays the part I expect them to. Halvor's... his descent seemed to be promising to be magnificent. And you had flopped and meandered and had seemed to settle back on a path towards the light. And yet at the last minute you seem to have thrown your lot all in.
I don't know about that. I don't think I have to choose one or the other.
Take my word for it. Your choice has already been made. I speak, and you see sort of her tense a bit as he obviously tightens his grip with experience. And what will you do now? You have already interfered with one of my holy sites. Will you flee to the others now?
I guess that was the plan. Yeah. You gonna stop us?
Of course. What would it take for you to not? What if I were to permit you to leave?
Leave where? Barovia?
My domain. I will allow
Why
it.
just me?
Because my Foundry has just crashed, for fuck's sake. Because I sympathize with you. I know more than anyone across all the planes what you yourself now stand at the precipice of. There was once a time where you treated with me, where we found each other to be agreeable and approachable. Surely you know I'm not a monster. I would spare you what I endured. But this is an offer I will only make once.
And he tries to get back into Foundry.
Yeah.
While he considers.
This is, for me, the main thing I'm looking forward to starting a new campaign on is just wiping this huge, huge Foundry world that has just been tied together with string as the program was developed. A nice, clean world. A whole new... No.
Let's not break the moment, dear.
It should be loading back in.
I am loaded back.
Strahd's music is playing for me this time.
There we go. You say you're not a monster and you make these deals, but you do it under the pretense of a threat with her life. Don't pretend you're some benevolent deity here.
Very well. Would you like to roll oppose initiative against Strahd
Yep,
before he acts next?
sure. Oh my god! Why even bother? Am I on the combat track? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Strahd holding her. Basically just... Well, let's see what the damage is first. Yeah, just basically hurls her, holding her by the neck, just hurls her to the floor, and there is just a horribly sickening crunch, and she goes straight to just being bodied. And then, still within his action, he just steps over her towards you, and will continue speaking. Although perhaps only for 6 seconds or so. The pretenses are cast aside, then. I offer it to you because... Will you allow him to keep talking?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
kind of like trembling. His hand is on his holy symbol.
I offer it to you because I see something of myself in you. I need to make no threat. I could walk from door to door in every building and take the life of everybody within. But I do not, because I am not the monster they make me out to be.
You just killed somebody for no reason.
There was a reason.
to make my point to you. You killed her, not me.
You killed Irina, not us. I guess now we're even.
Except I will be here when Tatiana returns to me.
Maybe not.
And then, can you, Bartandalus, where are we? Please make me a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw of disadvantage. Strahd's eyes glow for a brief moment, and you feel like what he says next is the most reasonable thing that your good friend could ask. He's like, I have business elsewhere, Bartandalus. This woman's remains trouble me. Would you please bury them for me?
Of course. Where do you want me to bury her?
And his eyes just drift over to a vegetable patch in the corner. That flower bed should suffice.
And I look over and a good choice. They were her favorite.
You would
Look down at the
know.
body.
Until next time, Bartandalus, my dear friend.
Yeah. And I just look to Anya. And compelled, regardless of what he's feeling, just to pick her up and carries her over. And I will lay down here and then look around for a shovel and just grab a shovel and just start digging a hole into this patch as much as I can. And I will as I'm digging digging in the grave, I am praying under my voice. Although this is you seeing your last sunrise, go to the arms of Lathander, be in his eternal warm soothing light. I will miss your wisdom. I will miss your guidance. I will cherish your moments. I will do all that I can to. I just drift off. Not believing the words that I'm saying. For in death, life. Digging a hole. I don't think he's gonna weep. I don't think he is. I think he's somewhat distraught, but there is a separation of his feelings at the moment.
Yeah. And
as
you will continue to feel positively predisposed towards Strahd until I tell you otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I consider him to be a friend, an ally.
Yeah, you're positively disposed towards him.
Okay.
But yeah,
Then,
do you
yeah,
just bury her in the
take
flower
my
bed?
time and bury her in the flower bed.
Okay.
Is there blood on the floor and stuff? I guess.
Maybe
I'll
maybe a
prestidigitation it.
very small amount.
Yeah, I'll press digitation, kind of like clean up, look around, and I will pick up off the table a potion of healing that I will give to Halvor later, who did not come into this room, I guess, in between all that.
Oh, is that why he came in for the potion?
Yeah, he came in, ran over to the NPC, he bought it, and then said Lasuladanya and left.
Do we still
I will-
have Cora
I will-
and Halvor? Because they're not in the scene to me.
Yes.
I am in the scene. We're outside the house.
But now I can't see. Oh no, there's Barty's back now.
So you can see Barty moving around.
Yeah.
Halvor,
they're out
move up a tile, Halvor.
Halvor's here.
Weirdly, I can't because
Yeah.
I didn't refresh when you did. And
yeah,
I can see Bartandless move.
That's very weird. Yeah, because I see your tokens, but I see Barty move, and I just don't see. Yeah, might need to like copy my world before next session. But yeah, so that is done. Halvor and Cora, from if I understood what you're saying earlier, you would be walking around town, finding a place the best place to plant growth from. So Bartandless, what will you do once you have buried your lover?
Take her keys, shut the door, and lock the door.
Okay.
So I'm presuming I know that she's just been killed, but if I'm positively predisposed, it's more like I'm helping my friend get away with murder, essentially. I know what's just happened, but I feel
but
like...
at the same time, Strahd did just explain to you this woman was nothing to you both.
Sure,
And why would he lie?
I feel like I'd be trying to cover this up, though. Yeah, I feel like I'd be trying to hide
sorry, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
yes,
I misunderstood what angle you're coming from there.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I will lock the door and look around, see if anybody saw me leaving.
The street that she lives on, you've seen before on the map, is quite quiet. I know I fixed the Valaki map, but I haven't brought all the pins over. At least I had fixed the Valaki map. It was working for me every single time I've tested it this week, but it's now hanging. But yeah, you see nobody coming up or down the street at this time.
Okay. Then, I will head towards Yenny's, I guess. I'll float around outside Yenny's, waiting for them to get there at some point.
Okay, yeah. See, it's very frustrating that Foundry is behaving like this, because one of our future players was watching earlier, and they've probably seen that Foundry is not working. And it's gone, fuck this shit. Needs to get it all fixed and sorted.
Foundry's
So
fantastic. Don't listen.
It is fantastic. So Halvor and Cora, you find a place. You find an area that there is a small patch of garden where a few houses join together, and a few neighbours have made a bit of like a makeshift allotment instead of just having their window boxes. And you can tell that this is where there's a bit of an Foundry crashed again. What the fuck? Clearly, there is a bit of an effort from a group of neighbours to sort of tie this together into something a bit more cohesive as like a communal garden at the moment, more than just window boxes. So if you were going to be casting plant growth, that is a good location to consider doing so.
I make a note of that mentally, since, like I said, it will take me some time. But if we do so, I will return here to do it.
You said doo-doo.
Do.
The same thing.
Cracks me up every time. Do.
So,
Cora, do you think we should swing by Anya's place, or are we meeting Bartandlos at Yenny's?
I mean, it's on the way, isn't it? I thought we were going to go pick him up.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Let's go swing by.
La, 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 la.
okay, you arrive at Anya's. No one is home. It is locked up.
She's not here. Well, I hope Bartandlos found her, but I guess we carry on to Yenny's.
I guess so. We might find him on the way.
And so we go forth.
I thought you were saying so it was. So I will. You probably all get no token on this. I will re-add
we're all
you
there.
all.
Got it.
Oh, really?
Can't move though.
Yeah, to pause.
Oh.
So yeah, as you come up on Yenny's shack, you see Bartandalus outside. Are you pacing about, Bartandalus? Are you just milling? Are you leaning on the building? Are you chilling? Are you perhaps even illing?
I'm manilling. I'm waiting around. I'm kind of like looking up and down, I guess, making sure that no guards are coming following me.
You would have
I'm trying
obviously
to keep it
passed. Yeah. You'd have passed through the gatehouse to get out, the Western Gatehouse. The guards would have seen you and asked what your business was. Where are you heading, or what your companions?
I'll be meeting them outside of town soon enough. We'll be getting a move on. Back west.
Very well, on your way then.
Why bother stopping me then?
It's my job.
And then I just walk away from the muggle prowls. Ugh. As I'm walking past him, can you roll me a will saving throw with disadvantage?
A will saving throw.
Yeah.
Will. Still.
Wisdom.
After this
Wisdom. I
many-
know. It'll always will be. It'll always be will for me. It is DC. No, it don't matter. What's his real name?
His real name is Lupo Indorovich.
And I put his name in my book.
Do you write it in your book there and then?
As
As
I'm
you're
walking off,
along?
kind of feel it in my brain, and then as I'm kind of casually walking, just take it out and write it in there.
Yeah, and as ever, you quill it onto the page for a second. A moment later, like some sort of fiery Tom Riddle shit, the words just emblazon and sink into the page.
I was beginning to think you had forgotten your duty.
Not been able to do it for a while. Tapped myself out. If you wanna embolden me and allow me to do it more in a day, then by all means.
You have already been emboldened. But let me assure you, the more names that come, the more of my gifts shall flow.
Ooh. Well, this changes everything. It's kind of like the beginning of
Columbo.
Animaniacs. Animaniacs was doing all the countries. And Eckart and Red and Calvaracor, Esmeralda Nullian, and Volos of Vocals and everything. Anyway, carry on. Then I
So
will-
you are joined a short time later by Halvor and Cora, who equally were challenged by the guards on their way out.
Your friend
I
is
was thought-
already outside.
Excellent. Thank you for your help. You've been most helpful today.
doing your job.
Thank you, I'm just doing my job.
Alvor
name-
takes
my
out
name's
a book
Lu-
and puts his name in a book.
My name's Lupo Indrovich. The Baroness speaks highly of your companions and you.
Well, and so she should. And I wink.
I never liked Izek. He wasn't right in the head.
Oh, by all accounts, few did. I think they only respected him out of fear, not from any admiration.
Still, got to admire how you killed him. A couple of my friends heard you talk about it in the Blue Water once, but never heard it. I mean, you're a big guy yourself, but how did you take him?
Cough, cough.
Yes, but if you remember, Cora, Halvor went and took all the credit in the pub.
Yeah, I'm just coughing and look at him.
Oh, Cora, do you have a cough? We should really see Yenny and get you that tincture that you need.
Yeah, there's definitely something getting to me.
Well, I can take a hint, then. I can take a hint. Maybe you'll tell regale me and a few of the lads in the Blue Water one night.
Ha! If you want a story, then I've got much better ones than killing some burly man.
Like what?
Oh, I'm not entirely sure you'd believe the things that we fought.
Okay, like what? See a couple of river guards sort of milling over, half curious.
The waking dead, an evil hag. The list goes on.
Dog with a poisonous spike for a tail.
Oh yes, the mountain
All the
beast.
heads snapped to Cora. A what?
Do, 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 do.
The dagger dog.
A dagger dog?
That's
It
the only
was-
way we can describe it.
A canine the size of a horse that had a whip-like sword on its tail.
Ah, the man's
They called
remembered
it
how to tell a
Dagger
story.
dog.
Okay, we'll hear that one first in the inn.
I'm sure Halvar will tell you how he wrestled it single-handedly.
You
I
didn't.
mean, I wasn't alone. Plus, I was imbued with the magic of my friend Bartandros. But I chased it down like Drun, faster than it. It was a sight to behold.
Did I not kill the dagger dog too? Pretty sure I did.
I think you've got like many of the killing blows, Cora.
Irrelevant. Halvor does not say that.
I like to think she's talking. She goes irrelevant.
Well, I look
How
forward to
about
seeing you
continues to
both
take
in
credit.
the. I look forward to seeing you both in the Blue Water and hearing about it at length over some ale. Yes. Ale. I mean wine.
Indeed, it's about time I caught up with Ernst also. So, if I see you there, then I'll be sure to tell it.
Hey! And you're sort of like, go on your business. Your dour friend went ahead.
Thanks.
And yeah, you will
And
join with
I
Bartandalus
walk
outside Yenny's hut.
Oh, Bartandalus, you're there. How's Anya?
She wasn't feeling well. I only managed to see her for a moment. She gave me these, and I'll hand Halvor the healing potion that he's already picked up, and the greater healing potion.
Ah, fantastic. That's exactly what we need. Could never have too many of these, I don't think, judging by our fortune.
Indeed. But yeah, she answered the door to my knocking, and then said then she had to go for a lie down.
Well, considering you couldn't get through to her by way of magic, I'm certainly glad to hear she's okay.
Do I have to roll any sort of deception check to him?
Yes.
I guess it'd just go against his
That-
passive insight.
Yeah.
Right?
So one of you just put a dirt nap.
Yeah.
I
Good
think,
for lie
I
down.
think this person might be Lulu from your Discord, I think. Our Discord.
Oh, it is.
No roll has come,
about the lights.
no roll has come through
never-
for me yet. Oh, there it is. It's just all caught off. Have a look. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You
They
yeah.
never questioned my lie again.
Yep. It all sounds...
Fine, crafted
not-
line.
Nothing seems amiss, Halvor, Cora, of what you're saying.
No reason not to believe my good friend Bartandalus.
Exactly.
Have you arranged to see her again?
No, I said that we probably won't see her for a while. Probably best.
As she slowly decays.
Jesus.
Well then, should we find out if Yenny's home? And I call through the wall of plants. Yenny, are you there?
As Cora just flings the door open.
I'm already in, mate.
The vine curtain parts for you. And yeah, Yenny is sat there on a pile of leaves at the end of the room, just sort of staring away at some sort of, we'll say ting check if it's what you said before. Looking as Jenny-like as she ever has.
I'm sure she didn't used to look that bad.
You say this every time you see her.
Really?
I promise I'm not making the picture like 5% more ugly every
think
time
you
you
are.
see it.
She's like a troll now.
Yeah, that's why she's the swampy one, because she looks like this.
Oh, leave her alone, Jenny.
It's been a while since I saw you all.
Good to see you again.
How have you been? How was the mountain? The Selenka?
We achieved what we set out to achieve. As I would have thought, Laura would have already told you. She sent the rock up to see us. She spoke to us through it.
Spoke through the winery as well. Where is she?
Eh? Where's you?
Laura. You remember Laura, right?
You come to my hut to play tricks on me.
Can I inside?
Far too old to play along with things like this. Speak it clearly.
Yeah, can I see whether or not she's... I think she's lying.
Yeah, make an insight check. Anyone who wants to.
Is it because they've restored the fame so she's not a human anymore?
Well, it wasn't her fame.
It was Laura's fame.
Yeah, but not Jenny's.
Yeah, so Jenny's not going to know Laura because Laura's now a magic being.
I mean, sure it was.
Is Bartandalus too distracted to participate?
Oh no, I don't think she's lying. Like, even
No.
if she's lying, I don't think
Yeah,
she's
she
lying.
doesn't seem to be lying. Halvor she seems just really confused, and she seems to be hovering somewhere between. Oh, Foundry again? What the fuck is going on? She is hovering somewhere between the amusement of a prank and the irritation of a prank being played on her.
When
Is this
do you
all,
last
is this
remember
all
seeing
leading
her?
up to something?
Good. What was your question, Bartandalus?
When do you last remember seeing us?
Well, before you went up to the mountain.
And do you remember why we were going up there?
Trying to think how much you told her, or what exactly you told her. You did tell about the Amber Temple, didn't you? I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
Cora would have done. She tells everybody. She's probably
Sure.
got half the guards.
You going for
I'm not good at deception.
you going for information on getting rid of Strahd, weren't you? That's what you said.
And before
Remember-
I'm
that,
sure you had other reasons on top of that, but you're always very vague and secretive. It always makes it a delight every time you come back and I get a little bit of another snippet.
Do you remember what happened at the swamp? The Lasaga?
Yeah, we killed her.
You remember who we brought back?
Your boy, yeah.
I would like to reach up to my head and feel if my horns are still there or not.
They are.
Do you know where these came from? I say to her, indicating towards my little coral nubbins.
I do. Your forehead. Sort of questions, yeah. You can see them coming. You see them coming out right there.
She leans over and just like taps one.
Some sort of charm or some sort of magic thing, or pissed off a witch.
A magic thing that was given to me by somebody you knew.
Here.
Who?
Your sister?
I haven't got a sister. What? Oh, you go. Whatever it was, it's obviously misfired. It's all right. Not every joke lands. What are you actually here for? Got such a peculiar sense of humour.
Just, Nothing.
Has anything odd been happening here since we left?
Well, the sun eventually came back up.
But before that, do you remember much?
I was staying home a lot. I was taking care of the house, I guess. And then I just kind of realised that everything with the house was all right, and I didn't need to stay here anymore. So went out a bit, went out on the pig, picked some herbs, the usual.
I'll make a gesture with my hand, hold on to my holy symbol. And then, in my mind, I would like to cast Sending. If it decides it's going to pop. Okay, it is not, for some reason. I want to cast Sending and send a message to the person I believe Laura Stoneheart to be. And send a message saying, "We're talking to Jenny. She doesn't know who you are, has no memory of you. Are you there?" That's what I'll send out.
You get no response.
I want to look at Cora as I say it. Does she seem to flinch or anything?
No?
Okay.
Does the place look the same as when we last left it? Does anything look out of place, like she might have been, attacked or in any way the house upset?
Well, I mean, it's an absolute shit tip, remember? It's
Yeah,
like swarm of
but
animals.
all the stuff's still growing where it's supposed to. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't look like everything's been disturbed.
Yeah, make me a perception check, Cora.
It's not rolling.
Oh, you need to refresh.
Really want to work out what's going on.
Do, 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 do.
Could always go through and just disable absolutely everything I don't need.
So I don't think I can do a perception check while the game's paused, can I?
Yeah, you can.
Well, it's not letting me bring my thing.
Have you F5 so you're back in the game?
It's happened. It's happened.
Where it's happening?
Hey.
Do any of you use pop out?
No.
Bartenders, do you use pop out?
No,
Okay. So if you replied, didn't hear you then.
I didn't. Does anybody use it? And I didn't use it, so I didn't say yes.
You big.
Such a dick.
Does anybody use it?
A nice negative would have been appreciated in case you were having a poo.
Oh, wow.
And let's
Okay.
face it, there's always a good chance that you're having a poo. Let me have a
Use
look.
it! I'm not using pop
Oh,
out! Poop out.
Good grief. Good grief, man.
I know. That's what happens when Foundry breaks. We get idle thumbs.
We
Idle
do.
voice.
We do. I'm just... does Cora still use better curses for Hunter's Mark?
No.
Apparently not.
She does not.
Okay, I've just killed a few more things. So that was a 20, wasn't it? The place
I don't know,
looks
yeah.
the place looks as messy as it ever. I saw that you rolled a 17, and I know you have a plus to your perception,
Yeah.
so that's enough. What I would give you is that you had seen from your last couple of visits that there were two. So like you know, Yenny has been sleeping on a bed of leaves, and you know that a separate bed had been made for Laura. One still seems to be, I want to call it made. It's clearly being rebunched up each day and like used as a mattress again. The other one, the larger one that Laura had been using, is still there, but it just seems to have been scattered slightly, like it's no longer being maintained in any way.
Has anyone been to see you lately?
Well, Anya came and saw me about a 10-day. Before that, nothing since you were last here.
Okay.
We've been considering revisiting the swamp as a means to restore the swamp fane. Do you think that you could assist us with travel with your tree magic?
Does she know about the planes anyway? I'm not sure that she did she?
Who knows?
I can certainly send you one way, yeah.
Well, that's better than 0 ways.
Perhaps we shouldn't. Perhaps we shouldn't mess with them. Clearly something's happened here. And we don't know what.
So what do we do?
Maybe we wait. Maybe we try and, I don't know, get some more time, get some more information.
Laura could have been captured. Anything could have happened. I'm not leaving her.
Where are you gonna go to get her?
I don't think Laura has been captured. If anything, she'll have been empowered by our deeds, you know?
She was captured in the first place when we first found her.
True, but now there's no Saga, and Strahd is, I think, probably more preoccupied with other things.
I think Strahd will probably be trying to undo our doings.
Perhaps we go and speak to Madame Eva.
What, and maybe try and restore the forest fane?
I'm not sure that we should be meddling with that at the moment. You know, we're not in any rush to, do anything, right?
I am. I need to know where she is. I'm not leaving her. I've
Then
lost
let's-
enough people.
Let's speak to Madame Eva then. She's a seer. She knows things. She might have more of an idea.
I mean, I can't think of anyone else who's more likely to know. Although they always seem reluctant to acknowledge each other's existence.
I'm really not sure why Laura's disappearance would stop us from doing our original plan.
Well, we don't know what ramifications it's had. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a sign. Maybe we shouldn't do anything.
Or maybe it's a sign we've done the right thing.
What do you think is the priority? Visiting Madame Eva or going to Argenvostolt?
I thought we were going to Perez, no?
Well, that's the swamp.
Yeah.
Yes, and about Andalus says we shouldn't.
And Cora says we should.
And Yenny says you're having this conversation stood in the middle of my house. Is there anything else I can be helping you with?
I'm sorry, Yenny. I think we've been wasting your time, but we'll come back and
That's
visit
what I've
in.
been saying from the start. Go on, get out.
We'll visit again soon. Thanks, Yenny.
Oh, I can't wait. Something
Glad
else
you're
to
well.
look forward to. I'm very well. You're looking well, love. To Cora.
But Andalus isn't.
You're
Helpful.
looking well. Oh, nobody's said that to her for ages. You always used to say that. You're looking well. Now you've been touched by the gods.
However, I don't understand why we're changing our minds. I don't understand why we're not doing what we planned to do.
Things change, you know.
Why? Why have they changed?
And I'm kind of like, not 100% sure. What's that? Well, new information. You know, we get here, we find out that, suddenly Laura doesn't even exist anymore. You want to go rushing in and make Yenny not exist, or make Madame Eva not exist?
Being a god, I think we're doing the right thing. I think it's a sign we need to keep going.
I think it's just a sign we don't know enough. I think we're rushing in, and maybe we should just slow down a little, reassess. You know, find out, whether Strahd is the enemy or not. Maybe it's not. He's not hurt us. You know, we've been doing
He's not
these
hurt
things.
us.
We've been doing these things acting against him, and he could have come and killed us at any time.
And what do you think his lackeys coming along and attacking us is? Him hurting us? No?
I don't think so. I think they were acting on their own. You know, he doesn't rule over. He doesn't tell everybody what to do. I mean, sure, he could have dealt with them when they came after us because we're friends and everything. There's no reason he should be letting his friends get hurt by
We're friends?
Well, yeah.
We're friends with Strahd?
And he just kind of looks at Cora. Well, yeah.
I look to Halvor in disbelief.
I just look back and forth between them like it's a tennis match.
Halvor, there is something wrong with him.
Look, hey, I know that we've not always seen eye to eye with him, and alright, fair enough. Sometimes, he might do some things that, not everybody would agree with, but we've all done that, right? I've made my deals with who I've made my deals with. You killed Izek while he was asleep in his bed. We've all done things we might not be proud of, but Strahd hasn't done anything to me.
Bartendolus, put this on. And do you have attunement slots?
I think I have achievement slots. I mean, if this is achievement, then I'm going to have to wear it for a while, right? I've not marked what I'm attuned to, so I've got the Cloak of Arachnidia, I've got the Eyes of Charming, and the Brooch of Shielding, so I'm attuned to three at the moment. But I can undo myself from the Brooch of Pointlessness.
Every enemy's about to gain magic missile.
I know.
Why don't we swap? I'll take that brooch and you can take this.
Sure. How do I send that to you? Do I right click it? How do I send the Brooch of Shielding?
You right click it in Tardy.
What is that?
I give Cora a knowing wink. Why don't we, before we do anything like visiting Argenvost or leaving town, why don't we have some lunch and stuff at the Blue Water? We haven't checked in with Ernst and Danica since we've been back.
And Halvor wants to share some more tall tales of his good deeds, no doubt.
I like to think of them as accurate tales of my
I like to
endeavors.
think of them as lies.
I wondered why you said Ernst before.
Oh, agree to disagree.
You have Baroness Vactor's right-hand man, Ernst, confused with Erwin Martikov, I think.
Yes, I do.
I was like, oh, okay, Halvor's decided he's friends with the weaselly little
Owen,
Alfred.
that's the man.
Okay, so does Bartendolus slip on the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we go anywhere, can I cast Detect Magic, please? I want to see whether there's any magic acting on Yenny's house.
You absolutely can. Tell me how your spell looks. You haven't cast this in a while.
I can't remember how this spell looks.
Then you do it how you like.
Obviously, being one with nature these days, it's very much a sort of a nature-based dirt from the ground around me and sort of rub it between my fingers, and I'm going to whisper muttered spells under my breath so I don't have to think of the words to say them. And then once I've finished my spell, I'll just blow it at the surrounding area and it'll sort of swirl around me and reveal my surroundings to me in magical form.
Nice. Very nice. You did do this once quite a while ago. So you would not be surprised to see that almost the entirety of Yenny's hut gives off a magic aura. But given that you have seen how it is mostly comprised of knotted, twisted vines that move and allow you to enter, and is full of like magic glow and fireflies and Yenny and all her assembled trinkets, you would not be surprised by this. You obviously see the magical adornments and items you're wearing. Your hand is glowing.
Does the magic on Yenny's hut appear to be the same kind of magic as it was previously? There's nothing different on you.
Yeah, like transmutation magic.
And Bartandalus, is he in any way more magical than he was before?
He is not.
Huh.
But when did she last use it? Am I not more? I mean, you know. No, I'm just smart.
Smart.
Oh, she's done it since the Amber Temple. She's absolutely done it since Amber Temple.
Yeah. I think I only remembered I had it at the Amber Temple.
Yeah.
So he doesn't appear any dark and dangerous Strahd influence, no?
There is no edgelord school of magic, I'm afraid.
Damn.
He doesn't give off strong vibes of listening to too much My Chemical Romance or anything now.
Apart from the eye makeup.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the eye makeup is more Sasha Grey, I guess. But moving on.
Jeez. Very well then. Should we head to the inn for now?
I suppose so.
But Andalus,
so blue water
you
is it,
focus on that ring. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but Andalus, you focus on that ring for the meantime.
Yeah, sure.
Cora, I don't suppose you could create me a few good buddies, could you?
Are you getting snacky?
Exactly. I mean, I love Owen's food as much as the next guy, but I think perhaps this would be good. Wink.
Okay.
That's
I do as I'm
that's a
bid.
good berry.
And yes, we go to the Blue Water Inn for lunch.
Yeah, it's trying to load it
Or
now.
whatever, breakfast, who knows.
I might have to start just stripping everything that isn't Ravenloft out of this world. Oh, it has just crashed loading Blue Water in. Good grief. I promise, Luca Locke, normally it works so much better than this. This never normally happens to me. 1 in 5 DMs experience occasional. It's AD, adventure dysfunction.
Oh my.
So yeah. I've also noticed scenes are missing. That's why I'm not going to do a backup, because if the fucking detail I put into Ravenloft, if my Ravenloft goes, I will tear my beard off. But the splash screen, the animated splash for Blue Water Inn, is just gone. So you go to Blue Water Inn. It is open. It has 1 or 2 guards in there, just clearing some sort of break. Oh, sorry, I've just seen a whisper to me. Okay, so let me try and load the Blue Water in. So yeah, there's a couple of guards in there, and you see both Erwin and Danica are visible, working away, and both of them crack into genuine smiles at seeing you, having not seen you for so long.
Ah, greetings, Erwin. So good to see you.
It's been some 6, 7 weeks. I was beginning to fear for your well-being.
Ah, yes, a long time. I see you survived the darkness.
We did. It wasn't easy. Food is very scarce.
Are you struggling to make a living at an inn?
We've been... Danica is not happy, but... We've mostly been just giving the food away at the moment.
You should all be on the
When
same.
it's so scarce. But I understand that at least the grapes have been growing well.
They have, yes. It's been mostly grapes, but... which has been a nightmare with the privy is concerned for many people, but... I can't even load to turn the lights off. What is happening to my computer? What have you all been doing? Where have your adventures taken you other than up for Solenka?
Oh, it was a long time up the Tselenka Pass, but we went to the temple and the library within that was at the top. We visited your family and the in-laws at the winery, and the creepy tree on Yester Hill. But I'm glad to be back in a bit of civilization for now.
Before that, we went to the swamp area and met Yenny's sister. Do you know her?
Yenny's sister? I don't know she had one. Is she visiting from somewhere else? Is she so similarly inclined?
She certainly stands out of the crowd. You'd know her if you met her.
How so?
Well, she's very tall.
You're pretty tall yourself. Taller than you? Taller than Izek was?
It's certainly taller than me, from what I remember.
She also has some interesting adornments on her head.
Yes, I was going to ask about that. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Don't you always worry about me.
Do they not
Good
hurt?
point. We keep heavily focusing in that I've got black seeping from my eyes, but she's literally got fucking antlers growing out of her head. Nobody else seems to
Yeah, but I
remember.
can arrange my hair in such a way that I can hide them. They're still only
She's
small.
got bangs.
She's a bangs, you're a goth.
Skinhead. Skinhead with a fringe. I just need to put my goggles on.
So you haven't seen her around town? Might Danica know?
Danica's within earshot. She just...
I don't recognize who you're talking about.
Well, Owen, I was hoping you'd be able to fix us a meal, but how about I trade you? We have some rations that we took up the Selenka Pass that didn't get used, so it's salted meat and the like, stuff that will keep. So perhaps either you can use it for the family or give it out if needed.
Are you sure you don't need it yourselves? That's extremely generous of you.
No, we're well stocked. We far overstocked before we left, and this is when food was still readily available.
Is Bartenders come in with you, or is he still outside?
Oh, I can't see my token.
Oh.
I can see the map, but I've not got a token to move around. So I've got like a little bit of a. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I've still got no token on. Nothing I can move. Let me hit F5.
How about now?
So I'll tell you when I'm in. You can carry on. Just presume I'm with them for now.
Yes, ignore about Tandlus's face. He's just going through a phase.
So yes, what's your plan? Yeah. Sorry, he agrees. Drop the Foundry being off is wrecking my head tonight. Keeps throwing me. He graciously accepts the offer of exchanging food, and starts plating some stuff up for you. It's definitely more meager than the last times you've been here. I mean, you've been waited on here sometimes, but he ushers you over to a table, and you care for some grape smash. Whilst you eat.
Sure. I could use one. It's been a while.
Oh, my son is shouting and coming down at speed. What? He's obviously forgotten that I'm D&Ding. Are you okay? I'm on D&D. The webcam's on. Be careful. Be very quick. What's up?
Pokemon intro.
That's very, very cool. Bookmark it. We'll watch it tomorrow. But I'm in the middle of D&D, okay?
I did bookmark it.
Go on. Love you. He's very excited because he found a video of the Pokemon intro done with sprites.
How many rations should I remove?
Did you say how many days or weeks you were giving him?
I will offer him 6 ration portions.
As a reminder, I believe you have about 120 or 130 in your bag still. Oh no, you have 60 now. Oh yeah, you gave a load to the guards, didn't you? Or to somebody.
And in my personal inventory, I have 11. Okay. I will just give him all of those. I will give him, I'll give him around 10 days of rations.
He is, extremely appreciative, and he exchanges that long-term food for some short-term stuff that perhaps was a bit closer to spoiling, but is still serviceable, and gives you a bottle of purple grape smash at the table.
Thank you, Owen. You're most a gracious host as always.
He pulls up a chair and sits with you. Just realised Esmeralda has not been with you the entire session. If you want Ez to be here, Ez is not here. So tell me what you've experienced up the mountain. I've never been.
Is the inn populated?
There are two guards sat out of earshot, clearly not very interested, just trying to catch some suds between patrols or something. You are safe from eavesdropping.
At the very top of the Tsolenka Pass is a temple where long ago I can only describe them as idols, demons were encapsulated, and there's also a great library full of all sorts of information. So we had to have a little look-see around the library to try and find the knowledge we need to complete the Fane rituals.
Whilst we are having this RP conversation, I'm going to find the culprit. Just see if I get a couple of reloads come up. Idols, like statues, you mean?
I mean, like minor deities of some sort, beings of great power. I hesitate to say demon, but some kind of powerful entities encapsulated in the amber of the temple.
Did you manage to destroy them?
I'm not sure that was within our reach. We were mostly there for knowledge, and going too near these creatures, even encapsulated, was somewhat of a risk. They're extremely powerful. But as long as they are locked away, I think that we're safe.
It's chilling stuff. I'm glad that you managed to all escape unscathed. But you must have been happy for Bartandalus with a library.
Yeah, I wish we could have stayed longer. Yeah.
We also visited Yesdale after we'd visited the winery. The creepy tree that was there is looking a lot better.
The Gulfias tree, you said it was called last time.
Indeed.
Looking better, you think it's because of something you did at the temple?
No, we had to conduct. We conducted a ritual at the site of Yesdale.
So that is a third of your tasks. I will not call it a quest, but a third of what you hoped to do achieved.
It certainly seems to be so.
This is good news, is it not?
Indeed, I'm feeling pretty positive about it, but we recently visited Yenny and she had no recollection of Laura Stoneheart. I don't remember if we told you, but
Of
she
who?
was a woman we recovered from the swamp.
Oh, you never mentioned.
But yes, Yenny couldn't recall the name of Laura, as we were calling her, which was very strange. Don't suppose you would know anything about that.
Repeat?
You haven't seen. Oh, you said you haven't even seen her, right? The tall lady.
No, you mentioned before. So this tall lady you mentioned before, this is this Laura Stoneheart, is it?
Indeed, she was staying with Yenny for a while, but Yenny has seemed to have lost all recollection of her, which is most unusual.
I hesitate to say this, but do you think there is a chance that this is some trickery and this woman has been put in your mind?
These growths on my forehead would beg to differ.
Indeed, they were in the likeness of Laura herself.
Then
Unless we're suffering from a joint delusion of some kind.
that could be the case. Have you spoken with my father about it?
Not yet. We only spoke to Yenny earlier today, so it's hard to know.
Just to let you know, running Find the Culprit, that's the first time it has ever successfully seemingly resolved something for me. It would seem that perhaps a lot of our issues tonight have been caused by the Lock View module.
Huh.
Which I only use for one very specific thing on the landing page, so way could be sorted. Are you back in more spot, Annalise?
Well, yeah, because it was going in and out, so I was like, there's no point in keep jumping
Yeah,
in, so.
yeah. But what you've been here, yeah. Only because your light effects are like doubled at the moment, so you're just like Dr. Manhattan in the middle of the inn. So yes, maybe it's worth speaking with my father about it.
A good idea. Perhaps, well, I don't think we're going to be wandering back that way soon, but perhaps we can send him a message. Who's got... Oh, what's his face from Barovia Village has got the trick tubes.
Ismark has both trick tubes. He just sits there sending messages to him. So, no, haven't the wolf hunters got the other two, haven't they? Yeah. So yeah, you have your lunch for a period of about, I don't know, an hour.
Oh, convenient.
And you can all apply a short rest.
Botandolus, here, eat one of these good berries. I know you're probably feeling fine, but it'll be good for you.
And I look at Halvor, and I take it and say, I know what you're doing, okay? And that's fine, but don't try and trick me, okay?
I appreciate the straightforwardness, but it's worth a try, is it not?
And I put the good berry in my mouth and take the healing effects. Well, I don't know if do I have to actually be healed? Or do I just have to come under the effects of healing?
I can't remember because I gave you that item in like session 6.
I'm willing to punch you if
No, I
necessary.
said I want to slap him.
Yeah.
Whenever
So their living room is them just arguing about who gets to hurt bartenders.
And they don't know that with this argument I'm already hurt.
Oh.
Whenever you are affected by a spell that restores hit points such as Cure Wounds or Healing Word, you can use your reaction to reattempt the saving throw against an enchantment spell that is already affecting you. When you're targeted by an enemy enchantment spell, okay, that's just when you're targeted by it. Okay, so I'm rolling, what was it, a DC 18 Wisdom again? Yeah. I mean, am I attuned? I mean, are we waiting?
You
You said a short rest, but is that from...
You are attuned. Yeah. You eat the berry. You feel its healing nourishment. You feel no different.
Okay. Do I get a chance to roll?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. When Erwin leaves us be, I give Bartandless, like, grab him by the shirt and give him a hard shaking.
Shakes a hit point out of me. Hey! Come on, get off me!
Snap out of it.
Get off me!
You would never say Strahd was our friend. Here you are talking nonsense to me, and you say to get off you. I'm the only one who can pull you out of this.
What happened to you while you were gone?
Nothing. Does he get off me?
No.
I am going to gesture my hands. Indrius, Ignish, and my hands will become flames. Get off me now.
I continue to hold on to him.
I will cast.
Erwin sort of steps back. Like, what's going on? Have you lost your minds?
I draw. You're actually doing it, you bad man.
You bad man. You're a bad man.
Bother!
First I can see. I'm just thinking I get quite a lot of bonuses to Dex saves,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make sure that's right. Oh, it did it automatically. Oh well.
So he's hit you, yeah?
I presume it's half on save, so I have no idea. Did I fail? What's the DC?
Total DC is it's just
17.
dexterity, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 17 according to the item card.
Sure,
You
I
rolled an
take
18.
some fire damage.
Okay. Tell me what it looks like, Bartenders.
It's more of it's not like a big cone that comes out. It's like kind of like along the floor. I'm just kind of like peppering it, like kind of guiding up his body, like setting his feet on fire a little bit, as opposed to trying to blast it right in his face.
Yeah. As you... Well, Halvor, are you immediately responding with anything before I continue?
Well, I would go for an unarmed strike. I'm going to try and headbutt him.
Okay, go on. Roll your attack on him. I really thought it was a nat 20 for a second, Ben. So you just you just try and chuck the head, but just your vision is just glowing with fire. And how much did you pass? Yeah, you know what, you passed it. If you'd failed the dex saving throw by more than 5, however, your beard was going again. But as the flames just burst in your face and singe you, and you throw the head at Bartandalus, and your aim's off with the fire in your face, and you just sort of basically lean forward and chest bump him. Your head goes to the side. The just exchange of damage thrown and the shouting, Bartandalus, there is a sudden click in your mind, and you know exactly what has been done to you, and your mind is your own again. Before the flames have even faded from the air.
Then, as they're kind of like still, there's like bits of flame here and there, I will quickly gesture my hands again, and Indestor Neteroso, and I will instantly light or snuff out a torch or small campfire, and I'll cast prestidigitation to try and put the flames out.
Yeah, they just
Wait! Kind of hands up. Okay.
I still hold on to him.
Yep. I don't know why, but yeah, we need to get to this vein and kill Strahd as soon as possible. Do I remember everything that's happened?
yes,
I know.
yeah.
Oh god. And I kind of collapse. Just sink into a chair. Oh well, half sink, and like kind of Halvor's got hold of him, like, Halvor, I know. Strahd was here.
What happened? What did he do?
He killed Anya.
I pull Bartandalus up and just wrap my arms around him.
Just hang there half limp. He killed her. He tried to offer me a deal. He said he'd let me leave Barovia.
In exchange for what?
Just said he'd let me leave. Just to go. Just me.
And yet, you're still here.
What was he getting out of it?
And I kind of push myself away from Halvor a little bit and step back from him. Yeah, I'm still here, Halvor. And yet you still question it. I guess you thought I would have taken it, huh?
I mean, a tempting offer for any man.
How do you know he's not still in there trying to control you?
I don't know. I guess no more than he'd do when he did it to Halvor. He could have a grip on all of us, for all we know. He killed her to make a point. I still don't know what it was. And then he made me bury her. Convinced me that I was helping him. Convinced me that we were friends.
And yet we don't know how to break this. I mean, the enchantment is broken, but we don't know how. I fear in case it happens again.
Well, let's not sit around here wasting time.
You think we should leave immediately?
Yeah, I do.
I thought
I
Foundry. Go on.
I look at Erwin and kind of like look at part of the kind of like half scorched chairs and stuff. Sorry about that.
It's nothing Danica can't repair.
And yet a very annoyed looking Danica, but she's heard your explanation. She's annoyed at the situation, I suppose, and looks quite sort of downcast.
What a bitch.
Is casting her hand over the chairs, mending them.
I am walking out. I'm out of here.
Okay, I'm so glad there's a lot to talk about this session because Foundry has betrayed me. At least that's nothing. Imagine if it was a full combat session. Jesus, where are you all heading to next?
We would have stopped.
We would have to have taken a 20-minute break or something. But while I just ripped my computer apart. So where are we heading to next?
Where's Ez? Has Ez been with us with all this?
Ez has
No,
not
she
been
was
with you.
back at
She's
home.
been in my house, but you can certainly get her. You can get her without that having to be gone and flagged up.
Send her a message.
Maybe because I didn't realize after an hour that Ez wasn't with you. But if she had been, like, 2 words out of Bartender's mouth, when she'd have been like, "Oh, I'm familiar with this." So yeah, it was a bit too late to just go, "Oh yeah, she's here." So yeah, we can say.
Hey, Esmeralda, how does one snap a man out of such an enchantment?
Being forced to do something so intrinsically against their will as being forced to attack a friend or harming an ally is sometimes enough to betray the nature of the spell.
Interesting. I'll bear that in mind. I can always fall back on the old, and he taps his forehead.
Don't miss next time.
Well, maybe if you weren't wearing a shield to dinner, then I would have hit.
Always wearing a shield.
So what do you think? Do we stop by Argenvost first, or do we head straight to one of the Fanes?
I mean, the Fanes are what got us into this situation. I think we just keep going on. That's why he's retaliating. He knows what we're doing.
Indeed, but equally, if we get the chance to improve our chances before he strikes back, then that might be worthwhile. If we continue to restore the Fanes, he might come after us with such force that we do not get a chance to visit. I mean, supposedly we are supposed to bring logs to Argenvost for the sake of restoring their, I don't know, was it catapults?
It was but trebuchets on the roof.
And
Yeah, I don't think it's a short-term fix. I think that's going to take some time.
well, we just were simply bringing the materials, but also laying Vladimir to rest.
I want to go and do the Fanes.
Look, we've done one of your missions.
Let's head to Argenvost. We'll bring them the iron. Cut down some damn trees while we're up that way. It's not like we need to bring them from Balaki, right? Unless we do, and there's like part of the detail they need specific logs.
They do not. You'd already discussed before that you were just like, well, we'll get everything else and then we'll chop down a couple of trees outside the building.
Seems to make sense. Why this is even on our fucking list, those lazy motherfuckers.
Do I need, like, woodsman's tools or something?
No.
Or an axe?
You'll get an axe from Argenvost, it's fine.
I hope so.
It's a long trip back to
I'm
Balaki.
sorry, we have no such.
Well, you got the axe of warning.
There you go, sorry.
Forged by master wizard smiths and reduced to being used for actually chopping trees.
I'll literally just stand in front of like 5 trees and just blast the lightning straight through them all.
Nice. That would certainly be cinematic.
Yeah. I'd miss. Oh no, it's a dexterity check. They wouldn't be able to. Yeah, it'd be an instant hit.
They would pass their deck saves.
Yeah. Pretty fucking ball. I might do that then.
So we want to go to Argenvostol, yeah? Okay. Argenvostol is one of the largest maps, so we will see how that handles, but it may become a little theatre of the mind. You're taking
That's
Ez
fine.
with you, obviously?
Yes.
She has the wagon, so yeah.
Yeah. So minimal scene swapping, but I would obviously put off. Are you taking the wagon? Oh yeah, you're taking the wagon because you are transporting wood and iron.
We're not transporting any wood. We just said we're going to get it from fucking Argenvost. Listen to
The arrow shafts are wood, are they not? Trying to get me with your technicalities. Okay. I will forego the... Well, actually, as you are leaving the lackey through the west gates. A different guard to the one who was there before. Collars you, the group of before of you. And say, "Where are you heading off to?"
Does he say it's a different one?
Yeah.
I'll take his name. Do I just get them one of these guys?
Yeah, these we'll say you get a name, yeah.
I just write something down, yeah.
Yep, same thing. Burns away.
We're heading for a walk in the woods.
Why suddenly being so sarcastic for guards? You were loving these guards before.
Yes, but now I've had a serious confrontation with my friend and my face has been singed.
Fair enough.
Oh.
I'm fed up with mooks.
Mooks.
Then yeah, okay. The guard warns you.
I can't
There's been
edit my character sheet.
Just jot it down on paper. It's just fucked. I don't know what's going on tonight.
I
It's
won't.
just the whole thing.
Just give me
fucked. Just give me
one
one
extra
tier of
tick on my,
booze.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me one extra tick on my tenebrous thing.
Yeah, okay. Couple of hunters came back this morning, warned us of huge, impossible numbers of wolves. North, crossing the road near the lake. All heading east. Said easily over 40. So there's some sort of
East.
huge pack roving around.
That's this direction.
Not from
Yes,
the lake.
but north of the town, so they've
Ah,
passed
I
by.
see.
Probably heading towards the village.
And
Maybe just-
towards Ravenloft.
I doubt they'd go up there. Not much hunting, is there?
Perhaps. Well, if we see any, then we'll hunt them down for a meat.
Oh, I can't believe I used to complain about always having wolf flank. The idea now. Oh. Yes, anyway. So pat his mouth a little bit. Off you go. Yes, you're walking the woods.
And off we go.
Who will keep... What, do you know what? I'm skipping that.
Yeah.
not doing more scenes and rolling when all this shit's going on. But yeah, you find yourselves... It is brighter than this. Let me just get that loading. There we go. So nice to have daytimes again. You find yourselves outside the familiar collapsed remnants of Argenvostholt. Well, it does only say for me that only Halvor is on the scene.
I'm still in the blue water.
Oh, are you? And let me change it. and
What do
try
you
and
say
load
that
the
we
map proper.
go ahead and cut down the trees now? Might as well do it before we have to go in.
Sure. We might as well do it now.
I know my way around woodsman's life, and can I borrow the axe, please?
I hand him the axe.
I chop.
I
Yeah,
chop.
there are no rolls required for you, with your strength, with your background, and an axe in a non-combat situation, cutting a tree down at your leisure. How many trees are you cutting down?
I believe I need 5 logs, so 5.
See,
Could just
if you
have one
think
tree
it's
and cut it in
there we
five.
go, exactly. You're not thinking smarter. You need to work smarter, not harder.
Alex is just all about the deforestation, it would seem.
Halvor hates the land.
Jeez, Cora, are you gonna let this guy cut trees down in front of you? Every time he cuts a tree down, an involuntary tear rolls down Cora's cheek. Okay, let me just try and add tokens onto maps. Halvor, you should have been added onto the Argynvostholt map. No, that's not Halvor. That's...
Who was it?
It was other Halvor. I've cloned you at some point for vision. So now you are on the map. Don't go anywhere yet. Let me bring
I'm
Cora.
going places.
Cora is on the map.
No, she's not.
Give it a second. Bartandalus is loading onto the map. And Esmeralda is loading onto the map. The map which does not need to be as dark as it is. Oh, changing that has reloaded it. So yeah, you have your logs. You have everything you need, really. And you stand before the doors of Argynvostholt. Where will you go?
Cool. With an appropriate amount of logs on the floor. I won't be hauling them in right now, but I'd say we would approach to enter.
Is it working for you, Barty?
It's still loading.
It is a very big map. I'm just going to try and clear some of these fog tokens. The aesthetic is nice and all, but we need to bloody put performance first. Yes, the doors are closed. Are you just keeping pace of the others, Bart? I'll move you till you load in.
I'm not here either.
Oh. Hold on, Halvor. Cora, despite being on the map, I said she's not here. Now you want it, Cora?
Hey! Yeah, just turned up.
Then let me try and re-add Bart. Bart has been re-added as well. And
Why can I not see Halvor?
Who knows?
I don't know. He's right in front of you.
Ez is also on Halvor's map, but not on mine.
Right. What I think we should do, because of what I have planned, because of what I have planned here, we should end the session 30 minutes early, which is unfortunate, but the problem's obviously not going. I need to have a look and see what's causing it. It's very unusual. I'm just going to go through and just do a bit of I might just take the scenes that are left to be used and port over to a new world. We'll see. But yes, well, we got plenty of good RP done tonight. Some definite plot development. I'm not sure how Bartandalus feels about the plot development.
Fine.
I was so ready to just beat the shit out of Barty.
That's why when you both like, when we're here now, I was like, you're not. I know, you're definitely not. Next week, I'll make sure I'll do my best to get all this sorted for next week, so we are straight back into it. But yeah, thank you very much. How are we ignoring the technical quirks tonight? I was talking a little about this with Bartandalus early in the week. Cora and Halvor, how are you feeling about the amount that obviously we have left and the time?
But you're breaking up so much, Andy.
What?
Really?
Yeah, you might have to repeat that one for me.
What is going on? I was talking to Bartandalus about this the other day, But in terms of how much you feel like you have left to do, like the depth we've been playing in so far with the RP, with the plot that's left and the time we've been playing, and obviously you know Barovia so inside and out, are we at a point now where, as much as the RP is always encouraged, that you're happy to do a little bit more fast travel? Because it feels like we're kind of approaching a point where it's very Jon Snow and Sansa jumping around from house to house, wrapping quests up. Are you still wanting to do, like, here's the real-time travel down the Svalich Road, or are you reaching a point where you're happy to say, okay, we're jumping from this place to this place a little bit more? Because we did basically go 2.5 years before we had our first fast travel.
How many wolves can there possibly be left in this place for us to encounter?
40! We've just found out there's about 40 of them.
Yeah, I don't think anything of significance will be lost by us not doing all the in-between sections.
Might get more XP though.
Yeah, but we're doing milestone leveling. Yeah,
So that means we should level up quicker because we get to the milestones quicker.
Yeah,
Milestones,
there we go. Yeah, I have basically committed to my next campaign starting in January, and I realised that all year I've basically been saying, yeah, I think my Curse of Strahd campaign has about 20-30 sessions left. I was saying that in January and February, and I said it earlier this week and then realised, well, hold on, that's the same thing I was saying 20 weeks ago, and a further 20 weeks is like, what, coming up on Easter. So my aim is for us to be, if, you know, perhaps we wouldn't have wrapped the campaign up, but for us to be in Ravenloft, you know, in the end game, certainly.
That's the end game's in Ravenloft, guys. End game's in Ravenloft.
Well, it wasn't in the cupboard under
Shocking.
Blinsky's stairs. So yeah, we are definitely barreling towards end game.
Well, I mean, the end of Barovia, and then we've got the 15 to 20 campaign, right, with our characters.
God, imagine if we had gone ahead with that. Be a 4-year campaign.
I mean, it's already been 4 years, hasn't it? It's going to
No,
be 4
it
years
hasn't.
at Christmas time.
No, it'd be 3 years. Well,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, really? Hold on. I've got.
No, it's not 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. She's mental.
I don't know.
It's
Thomas
like
was
4 years.
Thomas was very young. Let me just. I think trying to search of this Word document. I think a lot of the problems might actually be
It just feels like 4 years.
my computer. Right. Pose notes. Doc. Because he did a very good job back when he made notes of dating each one. So our very first session, well, not for you, Cora. The very first session was the 6th of December 2018. Don't scare me
Yes,
like that,
3
Cora.
years.
God.
How did I think it was a year longer? How?
We had quite
COVID.
a lot. Yeah, COVID. We had a lot of viewers tonight. We had a raid that actually stuck around. Normally, Elven Kari's
just to watch
raid.
the fucking
Just-
dumpster fire that we
I've
had
been-
with Foundry.
Yeah, I've been typing like, this normally doesn't happen, I promise.
Please come back next week.
I would love to see the players as well. I'll, donate some bits, and I didn't know what bits do, I just saw someone donated some before. Hit me up on Discord, PayPal me, and I'll send you photos of each of the players.
You better not have photos of us.
No.
Was that time we came round to your house to give you mead? You were secretly taking pictures of us out the window.
It wasn't a secret, but yeah. Nude for nudes. But yeah, a very, very fun session. It was frustrating. I really thought this was a problem with when it's a program. I probably kept it going a bit longer than I should have because it kept seeming like it was something that had just been fixed. But if we ever get a situation like that again, what I think I'll do is just call a 15-minute break, swap to like an intermission screen, and I'll hammer out. I maybe even restart my machine. But yeah, I will look into that. Sorry that it was a bit bumpy. Sorry your girlfriend got killed by Tandalus.
Sorry, not sorry.
I was already kind of getting ready for cutting it off anyway, so it's not a problem.
Oh really? I was going to dump her anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, but not on a flower bed.
No, not in a flower bed. That wasn't the intention. Yeah, brutal, man. Why you gotta make me do that, man? Could have been worse. You could have maybe do something far worse.
What? Well, the obvious evil. Someone's put, be the fertilizer you wish to see in the world. Because obviously the go-to evil thing would be to have you kill her, but I'm fairly certain that you regard her as an ally, so it wouldn't have worked, and Strahd would have known that. But yeah, thank you very much. We have quite a few subscribers tonight and followers. Thanks everybody. We are playing next week, aren't we?
I believe we are.
I don't see any reason why we're not. I'm thinking of you, but can't we? Well, a lot of people are still here. We do Rhyme the Frost Maiden on a Thursday, where Bartandalis is the DM, and I'm the player. Cora and Halvor aren't in that one.
Welcome.
That's too much. That's too much D&D for them. But yeah, if you want to see me as a Psy Warrior or Psy Knight, I always forget what it's bloody called. Come back same time Thursday. But thanks everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, people.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for stomaching it.
Oh, Joe, just realised.
What?
There's only 2 hours left until the Mad Cartographer's summer bundle sale runs out. How many maps were in the Mad Cartographer's summer bundle sale again?
Oh, there's over 400 pre-made
Over
maps with dynamic content such as walling lights and dynamic tiles for some of the crazy stuff that we do. And you actually get a full theme of urban exterior maps, a full theme of forest wilderness, and a full theme of cavern, as well as 2 full Foundry ready adventures.
Do me a
Do you
favour.
really feel that after this episode is the time to advertise the Foundry maps?
Do me a favour. I've not got my pen and paper ready, so can you just tell me what the URL is so I can rewatch the VOD for it later?
It's really easy. It's themadcartographer.com/summer. That again is themadcartographer.com/summer.
Remember
Brilliant.
when the Mad Cartographer shilling on this stream was a joke?
Yeah, but now he pays me a large amount of money, so
Yeah. Now I don't need the money.
Right.
I'm kind of a big deal now, Halvor. Come on.
I'm ending it. Thanks everybody. I'll catch you later.
Thanks a lot, guys. See you
Ciao.
later.
Bye, guys.